celebrations.
And now we cross over to the University of Nairobi, where the National Youth Week is currently underway, focusing on a bottom-up economic transformative agenda and the sustainable development goals, with discussions revolving around how youth can become agents of a change in these areas through policies, laws and legislation. Our reporter Yusuf Farah will bring us up to speed on developments as well as a detailed report. Farah?
Well, indeed, a very good afternoon to you, Jackie Wambiru. As you rightly said, we're coming to you live from the University of Nairobi, where the celebrations of the National Youth Week have kicked off today. And the celebrations of this will be basically to look into the matters affecting youth. It is a week-long event that is kicking off today, and it will be going on all the way until Saturday, where the celebrations will be graced by the President of Kenya, President William Ruto. Today, the Cabinet Secretary of Youth Affairs and Sports, Ababu Namwamba, joined us to officially launch the celebrations, and is joining me right now to basically paint the picture of what the government has in store for the youth as we celebrate this week. Waziri, thank you very much for speaking to us. We are live on KBC Channel 1. Perhaps as we speak about these celebrations, what are the plans that the government has for the Kenyan youth?
First of all, I want to tell all the Kenyan youth, happy National Youth Week. This is a journey we are traveling starting today, Monday, all the way to Saturday, when we celebrate the International Youth Day, which is a global occasion to focus attention on the youth. We have a whole menu of activities that have been lined up. Today we are kicking off day one. Well, right now, you've just plucked me out of a very interesting conversation. We are having an open dialogue with young people. We brought together 500 youth from across the country, from Nairobi, Kajiado, Busia, Kwale, Wajir, all over the place. We're just having a conversation. What are young people doing? How can government be more supportive to young people? And in response, we are also explaining what government is doing. Among the things that we have done this year, which is very unique and has never been done before, is what is right behind us, the Hustler Bazaar. And the Hustler Bazaar is something we've been running now, we've been showcasing for the last 8 months now. If you've been coming to all our events, you'll find this Hustler Bazaar. The last one was at the World Under-20 Rugby Trophy at Nyayo Stadium. And it is a space where we give an opportunity for ordinary people to come and do business. And from this bazaar, you can see young people who are in art. So you have amazing painting. We have bought a lot of paintings today to decorate our offices. There are young people who are in tech. We have met a young man here called Zacchaeus. Zacchaeus has been able to invent a substitution board, an electronic substitution board, so that instead of what you see during Kenyan Premier League games, where you write names in placards and it's just embarrassing, now we'll have an electronic board, courtesy of the invention of Zacchaeus. So the Hustler Bazaar is also a space for innovation, where young people can come to exhibit their innovation. It's also a space for entertainment. Young people can come and exhibit their creations in music, in theater, and all that kind of stuff. And so this week will be a space where young people can tell us what they think the path of development should be for them. We are talking about big issues like credit access. How can young people access credit more easily? Government, we are telling them we are working around this whole startup agenda so that young people who are entrepreneurial in their thinking can have a starting point without the normal restrictions. Oh, you go to the bank, they want collateral. They want your logbook. You go to an employer, or they want experience. We are telling young people through the startup process, government is providing an affirmative framework that can support you to start from square Z. with full support. And we are also discussing the whole Talanta Hela initiative, how we can monetize the creativity of young people, whether it is in sports, it's in the arts, it's in innovation, in a manner that really puts money in the pockets of young people. So this is an empowerment week.
Okay, perhaps Waziri, one last question as we wrap up. The greening agenda is something that has been widely talking about. So what is the place of the Kenyan youth in the greening agenda and tackling climate crisis in our country?
You know, there's no greater existential threat to humanity today than climate change. Climate change has brought things we've never seen before. The rainfall patterns have changed. Okay, August would ordinarily be a very wet month, not anymore. Even in Europe, you are having serious heat waves, extremities, either extreme cold or extreme heat. In this country, of course, all those things are affecting food production. And that is why government has launched this 15 billion tree program to plant 15 billion trees in 1 year. And also return the program of schools being involved in matters of climate action. So I'm very happy that for the National Youth Week, we have picked the green agenda to be the signature for the week. And so this green agenda has a host of stuff. We are talking about how can we be part of this 15 billion tree program. How can we be part of better waste management? Among the things that young people have exhibited here, we have a group from Kibra here that collect plastic waste, and they're able to recycle that waste in a manner that saves the environment. So we are telling young people 70% of our population must be the key driver of climate action. So whether it's planting trees, whether it's better waste management, it is the young people who must drive this agenda. And this week, we are placing young people right at the heart of the climate action agenda.
Thank you very much, Waziri. Looking forward to more engagements from today all the way until Saturday. Thank you very much for speaking to us. Well, there you have it, Jackie Wambiru from the CS himself. The youth should be in the epicenter of the climate and greening agenda. So, of course, we'll be here until the day ends, and we'll have a full story in our comprehensive bulletins. But for now, back to you in studio.